Stream, the podcast where we dive into the world of career technical education in Baldwin County Public Schools. My name is Morel Baxter, CTE Supervisor. Each episode, we're going to sit down with students, CTE teachers, industry leaders to explore their journeys, their skills, and opportunities shaping our future workforce. From classrooms to careers, from hands-on learning to high-demand industries, SkillStream is here to showcase the stories, challenges, and successes that make CTE such a powerful pathway. I'm Morel Baxter, and I'm excited to guide you through an authentic conversation with learning to life, classrooms to careers, and skills to success. Let's get started. Today, I'm here with our future teachers. Miss Stephanie Cody is our instructor today. We're going to talk about their future teachers program here at Foley High School. Let's hear your name, your grade, and anything else you want to include to start off.
Okay, I'm Sadie Langham. I'm a senior at Foley High School, and I'm our FTA Vice President.
My name is Mary Messick. I'm a senior at Foley High School also, and I'm FTA President. And then really Sadie's class president, and then I'm class vice president, so it kind of switches roles.
Switch back and forth.
Wait, did y'all say you were both presidents?
Yeah,
yes,
she's president
I'm president of FTA.
And then I'm president of our senior class.
And then she's vice president of FTA, and I'm vice president of the senior class.
Yeah.
Okay, that's confusing, but that's a lot of presidents. But that means y'all are very involved. I like it.
Yes.
And then we have Miss Cody.
Yes, Miss Cody. I am the instructor for the Education and Pathway program here at Foley High School.
How long have you been in teaching, and how did you get here?
So 18 years in the classroom, 14 years English, mostly. I dabbled in theater and journalism as well, but mostly English. And then, honestly, a former assistant principal of mine, Dr. Crawford, who was working in HR, reached out to me around my 14th year in the classroom and said, he was like, we're really trying to enhance these education programs in our school systems. We need teachers. It's not it's a fact. There's a national teacher shortage, and we need students to really know about this career pathway. And so he encouraged me to do some research, find out what I needed to do in order to transition from English to career tech. I reached out to our building principal at that point was Mr. Moore. He was very encouraging for me to do that. And so that spring break, I took the Praxis for Family and Consumer Science, which is what this pathway falls under. Passed the Praxis, and the next year I started the program with 45 students, and then this year, 4 years later, we have 190 in our program.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. So a little bit of history here. So I've been a career coach for, I think it was 11, 12 years. And when I first started, I've always been at Foley High School. So I guess I've been at Foley High School since 2014 maybe. And I do remember you as an English teacher and then kind of transferring into the future teacher role. And I would just say now that we're here in present day, I just am so amazed and astonished of how you've grown the program and how you've made it what it is today. I mean, it is flourishing. It is doing so good. I mean, tell us about, don't you just love it? I mean, Miss Cody, I watch her videos and she inspires me to be a future teacher, so I can imagine what it does for you guys. So tell us, what does it mean you be in her class?
You want to go first?
Sure. So this is my third year in the class, and so since sophomore year, and it started off so small, but now it's massive, and there's so many kids that are wanting to be in this class. It's crazy. And then Miss Faison even picked up another class, and she's teaching foundation. So it's just not only Miss Cody is teaching this 7 periods a day, but Miss Faison also has taken it over. But it's just seeing it grow from being so little and then going to be a ton of kids that want to do this.
It's a huge program.
It's crazy.
It's it is a very outstanding program. We're so proud of it. So do you want to be a teacher when you grow up? Tell us about that.
I do really love this program, but I don't want to pursue education. It is a choice for me still, but I actually want to go into fashion design and apparel marketing.
That's my girl. We love fashion.
Yeah. But this program really has taught me a bunch of soft skills, just learning to interact with different grades and different types of people. And this program just really helped all of us learn to love education and know the importance of the teacher shortage and needing teachers in our schools.
Yeah, and that's really cool that she said that, because it's she may not be in this program to be a teacher, but she's learning all the other skills.
Correct. And I always tell parents too, because I have parents that even reach out to me that are, I'm not sure that my kid wants to be a teacher, and that's fine. That to me is the whole purpose of the Career Tech program, right? Like when I was in high school, we literally had ag or home ec.
Same.
Right? and if you were in band,
I could make a biscuit.
Well, see, not me. So, but if you were in, band or if you were an athlete, you didn't even have to take a CTE class. So a lot of us graduated and had no kind of career introductions to anything. Students, I have 190 kids in this program. Do I think all 190 are going to become educators? No. Would that be really cool? Absolutely. Yeah. Like what a badge of honor that would be. But I tell people all the time the purpose of this program is for kids to literally get into the classroom, because we go to Mathis twice a week. They're in the classroom twice a week. And they get to see, do I enjoy being around kids? And I tell them, if not, then please don't pursue education, because the whole thing is we don't want teachers in the classroom that don't even like kids, right? So they get to kind of explore it, see if this is what they want to do. And we tackle the big issues. The very first day of my class, I talk about there's a national teacher shortage. Why do y'all think that is? And they always give me two answers. Do y'all want to guess what those are?
Behavior and pay.
Every time. The kids are no good. They're bad. They have behavior problems, and then y'all don't make any money. That's their assumptions, right? So we
learned about.
Yeah, what'd y'all learn about that?
We're a little shocked that, especially when Miss Cody was
Well, I'm really honest. I say, look, guys, the Baldwin the Baldwin County pay scale is public knowledge. So I go to the Baldwin website, I pull it up, I tell them this is my 18th year in the classroom, I have a master's degree, and I show them what that baseline is. But then we talk about all the opportunities that we have to even enhance that pay. I run our school social media page, and I get a stipend for that. We have people who are coaches.
Bus drivers.
Oh, my
that's
gosh.
a big stipend.
Yes, that's a huge stipend. And then, and I tell them, I know at this age it's hard to comprehend or think about retirement and insurance, but I share with them, if I'm sick, I go to the doctor and it costs me $30. I think the most I've paid for a prescription drug has been $6. And then, growing up, I had two blue-collar parents. They were amazing. I had a great childhood, but they were manual laborers. And a lot of times our Christmases consisted of, a rush to go see all of our family within a day so my mom could go back to work the next day. My children get both of their parents at home for 2 weeks, and that's normal to them. And I love that that's normal. So I get to be a mom and still have a career. And so we share that part too. But then we talk about behavior, and the big thing I always tell them is it's all about relationships. For 14 years when I taught English, I wasn't teaching honors. For the most part, I taught, honestly, at-risk students who had behavior issues, attendance issues, struggled academically, and I had an extremely high success rate. And I tell them, that is not me bragging. That is me telling you that you can even get the difficult kids to do things for you if they know you care about them. And so
I was going to say that. They say that good leaders are people that they actually care.
Yes.
Because if you don't actually care, that's like manipulation.
Oh, yeah.
If you care about yourself more than you care about others. And so you actually really have to care. And people know when you really care about them. I mean, and I have always felt that from Miss Cody. She's always really cared about her students. And I feel like it really mirrors that in her whole program. So that's really cool. I think that's probably one of the main reasons why you have such a great program here.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're listening, you may not know, Mathis is one of our elementary schools in our feeders. Right next door.
Yeah.
So tell us what a day looks like when Miss Cody, do you drive the bus now to Mathis?
Not too much. I do.
It's always a fun time riding the bus to Mathis.
A good time. It's just
She's not a bad driver. We just like to pick on her and make fun of her.
They pick on me a lot. But yes, I knew, and honestly, that was one of the stipulations I knew coming in, that I was going to have to get my CDL, which I was very intimidated about, but it really wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I did ask them the first day of training where the backup camera was, and they looked at me like I had 3 heads. But,
that's funny.
Yeah, but yeah, I bus them every single period to Mathis. We have about 25 minutes by the time we get there, and they get into their classrooms, that they're in the classrooms with the teachers. And so I cannot thank Mathis enough. This program couldn't be what it is without their partnership. Because
how many groups are you taking a day?
So it's every period except for second. So second period's my planning.
So you're going 6 times.
6 times.
Back and forth.
Yep. And then first and third, because Miss Fason's also got her 2 foundation classes, we're taking about 48 students first and 48 students third.
Wow.
And then it kind of gets a little bit smaller. My third or my fourth through seventh are averaging close to 30 essentially each period. So again, their faculty is opening their doors throughout the day to 190 students. So that's huge, and so I'm so thankful.
So thankful for them to be doing that. How's that experience been for y'all?
So going over there for like 25 minutes, you just get to like not only meet all the kids, but you get to like just see what it's like to be in that classroom. And like me, I've grown up with parents in education, and so I'm so used to like second grade. Like my mom was a second grade teacher. Now she's a math coach at Mathis, so like I'm always around her kids and stuff. But like now going and being in the actual classroom and during that time and seeing what it's like, I've decided like I don't want to be with younger kids, and that I'd like to actually teach high school. So I've kind of made my mind up with that. So like just going over to Mathis, like don't get me wrong, I love those kids and I love being around them, but it's a lot. A lot, and that takes a lot of patience, and I don't know if I have that much patience.
Me, on the other hand, I like the younger grades. Like I love like helping with the pre-K to second grade classrooms. Like that's where I think I thrive more, and you get to make a lot of connections with the kids, especially with us going Tuesdays and Thursdays. They get so excited when they see all of us walk into the school. They're like, oh my gosh, hey. Aww. Like it really is good
like
to see.
We're their idols. Like they all look up to us.
I'm sure y'all are like their highlight of the week or whatever. But what was that? So I think what's really cool about that, y'all are going, I mean, how old are y'all? 16? 17. And you're already kind of figuring out what grade level you want to be in. I mean, when you went through school, I mean, you probably didn't figure that out until you were in your college, like maybe like student teaching or something.
Well, and we talk about that. So my bachelor's degree was communication. I actually didn't.
Okay.
I had zero intention of being a teacher, and they've heard this story a million times. But when I first moved back to Foley, there wasn't a whole lot of options in 2007 for a degree in communication. So I started substituting, realized I wanted to teach. And so I got that experience through subbing, because I subbed a little bit, like twice at the middle school, and I was like, absolutely not, that's not my age. And then a little bit at the intermediate school at the time, which is like 5th and 6th grade, and same thing. It wasn't bad experience, it just, I knew that my age group was high school. And so I also tell the students, when we go to Mathis, part of what they do prior to us going is they have to do a Google survey, and they tell me, do you want to work pre-K to 1st, 2nd to 4th, or 5th and 6th? So they pick their window of grades. They also can put any grade if they're open. They don't really care. I'll work with any age group.
Education.
They also have to let me know if they're open to working with special needs students, because we have a couple of isolated classrooms at Mathis that they also love for the students to come in and help. But they get to tell me these things prior to us going, and then they each create a Meet the Teacher flyer, a little flyer about themselves, just like they would if they were a classroom teacher. And when we go to Mathis, so on October 6th, I'll travel over and meet with their faculty, and I'll share this spreadsheet with them of all 190 students that has their preferences of grade levels, and then they can click on each student and read about them. And then when they find the students that they feel like will fit their classroom, they select the students.
Oh, that's neat.
So that's
like a match day.
Yes, essentially, for sure. But they do. They get a little voice in what grade they want to teach. And so obviously with my foundation kids, and probably even so with the students who've had me for 3 years, there's times that they'll say, I want to work with the older students. And then by Christmas, they're like, okay, I actually think I'm a better fit for kindergarten. And I tell them, this is part of it. This is the other thing I want you to figure out is, yes, I do want to be an educator. Okay, now let's figure out what age group that you want to be with. Do you want to work in elementary, or do you think you would be more secondary?
And honestly, like if we wouldn't have ended up going to Mathis at all, I would still think I'd be going into young education. Like that I'd be, I don't know, because I've always thought that oh my goodness, I can't deal with the big kids, but I can't do middle school. 100% I cannot do middle school, but I can do high school. Like
middle school's tough.
Yeah, middle school's a little tough, but that's just what I've decided. I want to do high school, and I'm sticking to that. I think I don't know.
That's cool. Speaking of high school, y'all do a lot of stuff around here, right?
Yes.
What do y'all do? Y'all
We
do
make-
bulletin boards?
Yeah, we make
Bulletin
bulletin boards. Watching the other students when I was a freshman, we weren't allowed to be in the class yet. So I remember watching Ari Harrison. She was making a bulletin board. I was like, oh, what do you do? And she's like, we do this for education and training. And then I was like, okay, I want to do that. And
We signed up immediately.
And then we signed up for when our scheduling came around. and I've been in the class ever since.
And that was cool. So it's like it marketed your program by somebody watching them do a bulletin board in the hall.
Yep.
Pretty cool. What else do y'all do?
Well, and that was, when we took over the program, freshmen weren't allowed, and then I advocated the very next year. I said, it's a 4-year pathway. Like, I need to have freshmen so they could potentially take it all 4 years. And so I have, I think, 4 juniors currently that are in the CTE lab, like my girls here, that if they stay with me next year can do student internship. And that's really cool because they'll be able to leave for 2 periods every single day. They can either start their day or end their day, and they can be in the classroom. It's student teaching, essentially.
Yeah.
So that's going to be huge. I'm really excited about that.
Oh, I can't wait to see that.
But yeah, we do take care of 29 bulletin boards across our campus.
And this campus is huge. I just walked down to the ag department. I'm like, whew,
Out of breath.
breaking a sweat on the way back down here. So,
And that's a lot too because they only get 3 class days to put these boards together. And so if they're on the 900 hall and they're having to come from my classroom to the 900 hall, they are having to scurry those little legs and work hard to make that happen.
Yeah, and they're not just thrown together. Like, when I'm here, these bulletin boards they're very catchy.
Yes.
They're very cute. They're planned out. They're funny. Like the Ghostbusters one there. It's cute. So,
Me and Sadie make a new bulletin board every week for the football theme. So
Nice.
we just change it out every single week.
nice.
Speaking of, we got to put Mr. Coach Scott's ballerina up today.
Oh, yeah.
Is that a surprise?
Yeah, it's for pink out.
Yeah.
Well, so y'all are officers, or what? You're the president of FTA?
I'm the
You are?
president. She's vice
Okay.
president.
So tell us what it means to be an officer in your CTSO or your group. What does that mean to you? How did you get there?
I mean, I love it. I love being an officer, but it's just like people are looking up to me, and like I'm a leader of FTA, and everybody like looks at me like I'm what is it called? I stand out for FTA. Everyone looks at me, but then I'm also a state board member for FTA because I went and ran for president and didn't get president, but I'm still on the state board.
Congratulations.
Thank you. But that was at our conference in Auburn, and also so much fun. And then, do you want to talk about being vice president?
Yeah, I really do think it's an honor to be chosen as vice president, even if I'm not really pursuing a career in education right now. But even with our competition that me and Mary competed in, we competed in interactive bulletin board and the video, the lesson, the online lesson.
The online lesson, yeah.
Yeah, that really kind of put us in the positions, and we got first place in one of them.
They placed second in the state for
I saw that.
for their lesson
We
plan
put it up
design.
at PD for all the teachers.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
That was huge. And then their interactive bulletin board was through Educators Rising, which is this program that is merging with FTA for the state of Alabama. And they got a 95 on their score to qualify for nationals. At that time, it was a 97. But again, that was the first year they'd ever, had actually implemented this competition. And so they've come back and said, okay, this year, as long as you make above a 92, we want to send you to nationals. So we're going to compete again in that program. I'm not sure if we're going to do interactive bulletin board. We may do something different. There's 5 options they have to choose from.
But it was fun.
It was. We went to Montevallo and they competed. And it was a good weekend.
Girls trip.
Yeah.
Girls trip.
I'll be rooting for you, girls, guys, girls. So, I mean, so y'all have been here 3 years, you said?
Yes, ma'am.
3 years. What keeps you coming back?
Miss Cody.
Yeah, Miss Cody for a lot of it. But it's just a fun class. Like, we love going to Mathis. We love making bulletin boards. I mean, especially if you're interested in doing this when you're, like, I'm planning on going to Auburn after this year and pursuing education, and then just going and saying that I've been in this class for 3 years and I'm an FTA state board member and all this stuff. It's going to make them, like...
Definitely a resume builder.
Yeah, it is a resume builder, and it's going to look really good when I go to Auburn, and everyone, who doesn't have this class at their school, it's just, I don't know, it just stands out. And
I think
love it.
so. I think that's what Career Tech is all about, just giving y'all an opportunity to be a leader, to learn skills, put yourself out there. I mean, you're getting real work experience as a 17-year-old in a career field that you may be interested in. And that's huge because I don't know, when we were in school, I never had the opportunity to do that.
No.
And so it's just such a great opportunity for you guys. Girls, say that, to do something like that. Do you think this program has connected you more with like teachers in the school or teachers in Mathis?
100%.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get to help not only the teachers at Mathis if they need help with copies or just needing help reading to their students or working with their students. We get to help the teachers on our campus too with making their copies or just doing
Like last
running
week,
extra
we helped
errands.
make Meta's bulletin board, or not bulletin board, her door, fix her door for her, help her out with
just
that.
little things like that can really take a weight off the teacher's shoulders.
Yeah.
Well, for all your freshmen or 8th graders out there that may be listening, what would you tell them if they're thinking about getting in Miss Cody's class?
Definitely test the waters. Like if you don't think you want to be in education, I think this course could definitely change your mind. Like I feel like I have a career to fall back onto if fashion doesn't work out.
Absolutely.
But also, don't just take this class if you're trying to like get out of another class. Like yes, it's fun, but you have to take it seriously and you have to behave, because if you know 100% you don't want to do education, you can still take the class, but just don't come in here and just want to mess around, because like there are students that really want to be teachers and educators that are in this classroom that are trying to learn, and you just don't want to be a distraction for other kids.
Yeah, like we are working in this class. Like we aren't just walking around the school, which people might think we're just skipping doing bulletin boards, but we do take notes. Yeah, we do learn about all of the soft skills, like I said earlier, and learning to be a leader in the classroom.
That's awesome.
And we already know how to use like half the machines in the classroom, like the laminator and all the stuff to make the bulletin boards.
I don't even know how to use a laminator.
So we're like really prepared, honestly. Like if I was put into a classroom in 2 years, I'm not freaking out about it. I feel very prepared.
That's awesome.
It's crazy, but I'm ready. I'm so ready. And hopefully I come back here to Foley High School and I'm going to be a teacher and the next
In Chico?
I told her she could be my coworker.
5 years.
It's going to be great. I can't
And
wait.
who knows, I could be teaching this class. It's
Darn
just
it.
crazy.
We'll add you into the program.
We'll just keep growing it, so then we'll have to have a third
I
person.
mean, from 70 or what'd you say, 45 kids? From 45 to 190 in 3 years.
And how many years? 3 years. That's crazy. That's awesome.
It is.
Anything
crazy.
else you want to add in?
I just want to take a moment to say like how proud I am of these two girls. Like just honestly, they are part of the reason that we have had so much success. I tell my students all the time, yes, I know that there's kids who've heard about me, and I think some of that does motivate maybe them signing up for the class, but I know for a fact a big part of my growth are the students that I have in the classroom that are sharing this program with their friends, and really kind of, bringing in more of the people that we need. And these students do sign a contract to be a part of this program because of the fact that we travel to Mathis. I tell them, you're held to a different standard. And so the really cool thing too is I know for a fact that we have kids in this program that this is what motivates them to do right, to come to school, to make good choices. I know that that's a big, motivator for them is this course. And so I think that's really powerful too.
I'm just sitting there staring at y'all going, gosh, y'all are so impressive this whole time. So I just can't thank y'all enough for coming on today and telling us your story. I mean, you have a lot to be proud of. We're so proud of this program. I just beam with pride sitting here talking to you guys. And if there's anything else y'all want to add in, I can't believe it, but I just looked at our time and our time is almost up. It flew by. I was just loving talking about teaching.
Anything else you want to add?
I think got it all covered.
I think
Pretty much.
Y'all did a great job.
Well, thank y'all for coming on today. This is Foley High School and our future teacher training program. Our two officers and Miss Cody. And Miss Cody has a great social media presence too. Is it Miss Cody's Corner, where we can follow along on what their future teachers are doing. But thanks for listening today, and we will see y'all in 2 weeks.